In this lesson, we're going to understand how to expose two images. One is just a natural smile, and we'll have Scott smile for us, and we'll talk about how we're going to frame that. And the other is a retracted view with his teeth apart. Now, in the first lesson, remember we talked about taking 6 images that allow us to see every surface of every tooth. So this is how we're going to see the front teeth. We're going to use plastic retractors, and in the previous lesson we talked about how to use these. So Scott's got some Vaseline on his lips, and we're going to insert the retractors here. And will you take that, Scott? And now will you take the other side? Now bite together. I'd like you to turn towards me a little bit. Okay. So Scott, if you would pull out and forward. And now I want you to separate your teeth a little bit. Just a little bit more. A little tiny bit more. Okay. Now I've had Scott open his mouth. What I want to be able to see, as Scott has his mouth open here, is the tops of all of his teeth in the lower arch. That gives me a couple of views. It allows me to see the arrangement of his lower front teeth compared to his upper front teeth. It also allows me to see the plane of his bite on the lower arch. I've got my camera set up, and we will talk about camera setups in another course. This one has already been set and is ready to go. When I'm taking this photograph, I want the lens of my camera to be perpendicular to the facial surface, to the plane of the facial surface of his front teeth. And I want to only see the teeth. As much as possible, I want to avoid the lips being in the picture. Scott, turn over towards me even more. Okay, and close just a little bit. Now open a tiny bit. Now I have the chair set up high because I don't want to have to bend over when I'm doing this photograph. Scott's teeth are already dry. If there was saliva on his teeth, I would have Elisa blow air across and remove any saliva bubbles so we get a clean photograph. So my camera's set up. I'm going to move in and out until it's in focus and take the picture. And that's all there is to it. Go ahead and take the retractors out. Thank you, Scott. Now, another picture that we want is a natural smile. Now, one of the things that we know when we're taking pictures of people, especially in the dental office, it can be uncomfortable. It's different for people to have their picture taken in a dental office. It's a different experience. It doesn't happen in every dental office. One of the things that we know when we're asking people to smile for us and they're in front of a camera is they very seldom will give us their biggest smile. So sometimes you have to ask them to exaggerate the smile. I want to be able to see the relationship of the upper lip to the teeth when they give me a big smile. So Scott, turn towards me. And the same rule applies here. I want the lens of the camera to be perpendicular to the facial plane of those front teeth. So Scott, give me a big grin. All you got, all right? Now I'm going to frame it. What I want to see is the sides of his lips, the corners of his mouth, his lower lip, this corner, and his upper lip. I don't want the nose or the chin or his cheeks in this photo. So smile big, more, act like you believe it. Okay, thank you. So those are 2 of the 6 shots that we'll take. You've learned how to do a retracted shot with the teeth apart, and you've learned how to do a natural smile shot. Thank you.